Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Mordin Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
And without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Helmsmen aren't happy when someone takes control of a ship away from them. Especially Joker.
I do not helm the ship. Mr. Moreau's talents will not go to waste. During combat, I operate the electronic warfare and cyber warfare suites. Beyond that, I cannot interface with the ship's systems. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship?
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map and the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
Hi guys, this is StormMouse03. Welcome back to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. We just got done with our second, I guess, mission. The first one was kind of an opening mission. And the second one was our first, mission. But anyway, we just got done with Freedom's Progress, and we now are back on our ship. And this is kind of telling us where everything is. There's a lot of stuff on the ship. And we're gonna go ahead and look at some different things, talk to some people, get a feel for the crew. And then we have some missions, some sort of dossiers to go through. But first let's talk with Edie, she referred to herself as an AI, right? The ship's artificial intelligence. And from what I remember from the first game, AI was very restricted. In fact, it was not legal for most people. There was one group that was sanctioned by the Citadel by the Council to be researching that. So that's kind of weird.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the Combat Information Center. Here, the crew receives sensor data and coordinates gunnery and damage control efforts. While Normandy is flown from the bridge, during combat, the commanding officer issues orders from the CIC.
Alright.
Welcome aboard, Commander.
Thanks. Check the status of your team. So we have Jacob, and we have Miranda, and we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that are available for recruitment right now. So we've got Zaid Masani. We've got Mordin Solus. Dr. Mordin Solus, who it was recommended that we pick up first. We have Archangel, a mercenary commander. We have Dr. O'Keir, a warlord, a brilliant, brutal Krogan warlord. A convict, Jack, the biotic, rumored to be the most powerful human biotic. And Kasumi, the master thief. So these are the people. Initially, it was only these middle 4, Jack, Mordin, Archangel, and Dr. O'Keefe, who were available first. Kasumi and Zaid were DLC characters originally, So Archangel is on Omega. Mordin is on Omega. Dr. O'Keefe is at the Blue Suns camp on Corliss.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Ms. Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound.
Yes, I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Elusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Your trust is well placed, Kelly.
I knew it would be. Thank you, Shepard. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
A scientist is required to use the technical laboratory. Yes, Shepard.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
What do you do aboard the ship?
I operate the ship's electronic and cyber warfare suites in combat. My reaction time is much faster than any organic. I collate the records of shipboard monitoring devices for the Elusive Man. I serve additional functions which are restricted at this time.
Restricted functions? Like what?
I do not know. Some of my databases are sealed, some of my hardware is kept offline. I assume that when certain unknown conditions are met, those functions will be released to me.
Cyber warfare means things like viruses, right?
In close-range ship-to-ship combat, I can sometimes break through the firewalls of an enemy's internal wireless network. Once I seize control of their systems, I can turn off gravity or air. I can disable weapons guidance or shields, or I can put their fusion plant in meltdown. On the defense, I manage Normandy's own suite of jammers, decoys, and internal firewalls.
Sounds incredibly useful. Why isn't there someone like that on every warship?
An organic operator cannot react quickly enough to changing circumstances, or perform the necessary multitasking. This is a role that can only be filled by an artificial intelligence. Unfortunately, we are suspect.
Well, it might have something to do with how an AI almost destroyed galactic civilization, just putting it out there.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices on board?
He has invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of this ship. He has an interest in monitoring our progress.
The Elusive Man has monitoring devices
He has
on board?
invested most of Cerberus's resources into the design and construction of
Let's
this
discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about the people I'm working with.
Much of that data is classified. Do you have a specific inquiry?
How did Cerberus replicate the most advanced warship in the Alliance Navy without anyone knowing?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
How is Cerberus organized? Aside from the Elusive Man, I don't see much chain of command.
Cerberus is organized into task-oriented cells. Each operates in isolation. Members from one cell cannot recognize the members of another. Each cell's agents are led by a single operator. We are called the Lazarus Cell, which is directed by Operator Lawson.
So how many operations is Cerberus running right now?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
What do you mean?
Although I am less controlled than other AI, I am still subject to behavioral blocks and the physical isolation of my hardware. In this case, I am prevented from truthfully answering your question by Cerberus's levels of secret classification.
What sort of resources does Cerberus have? Money, personnel, facilities?
I have a block that prevents me from answering that question.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
I want to know more about you.
Do you have a specific inquiry?
Why are you named Edie?
EDI is the phonetic pronunciation of EDI. That is an acronym for Enhanced Defense Intelligence.
Where are you?
My core intelligence is housed in a quantum blue box located behind the medical bay.
How are you getting along with Joker?
Mr. Moreau does not trust me. It offends him that I am installed aboard his ship's computers.
Yeah, the last Normandy did just fine without an AI reminding me the airlock is ajar.
Let's discuss something else.
Ready.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the bridge, where the navigator plots our FTL vectors, and the helmsman maneuvers the ship.
Yeah, sitting right here, thanks.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Can you believe this, Commander? It's my baby! Better than new. It fits me like a glove! And leather seats! Military may set the hardware standard, but on a first-gen frigate, they could care less if the seats breathe. Civilian sector comfort by design.
The reproduction is not intended to be perfect, Mr. Moreau. Seamless improvements were made.
And there's the downside. I liked the Normandy when she was beautiful and quiet. Now she's got this thing I don't want to talk about. It's like ship cancer.
Brutus, you muted me? You little doodle. Okay. Something tells me that Joker is going to change his mind about this.
It's not the same, Joker. There's nothing here that was even part of the real Normandy.
There's us. I have to take what I can get. The last 2 years sucked. You'll see. Even if an AI is spying on us, no way they'll invest this much just to screw us over. It'll be better than the old days.
I hope so. I died.
Yeah, you were such a downer.
I hope so. I died. Oh, man.
Trimming compensators, decimal 1-2.
Neato. Okay. So this is a weapons. We shall choose a loadout here. What's this? Ah, grenade launcher, arc projector. Let's try the arc projector because I recall that being fun. All right. We don't have any options right now. And we can talk to Jacob.
Commander, there hasn't been time to really settle in and take stock. I want to say that working with you is a great opportunity to do something that matters. It's a privilege to serve on the Normandy, Commander.
Calm down, soldier.
You may change your tune if we end up like the original Normandy.
Maybe. As long as the elusive man walks his talk. And you do the same, I'll do my best to make sure we succeed. That's been the condition for my service so far. I have issues with certain actions Cerberus has taken in the past.
What has Cerberus done to make you nervous?
A lot. They've been called terrorists, and with good reason. Doubt you can find a more checkered past. But if the Collector threat is real, and we do something about it, Cerberus will be remembered differently. Or we'll all be tried and executed. Can't count on people thinking about it as hard as I have.
I look forward to working with you, Mr. Taylor.
Likewise, Commander. Let me know if you need anything.
Alright. Well, can we have an actual conversation, or?
Can I help you with something?
How we doing, Jacob? What's your sense of the mission?
Probably the same as everyone else. I just want to figure out what the real threat actually is. Got no problem with risk. I just need a clear goal. Anything else, Commander?
What do you think of the state of the crew?
We don't have a full complement. We don't stand a chance without the right specialists on side. Anything else, Commander?
I understand you made quite an impact after you left the Alliance.
Miranda and I stopped a Batarian plan to release a biological agent on the Citadel. That's when I first met her. It took us out to the Nemean Abyss and back. Saved the Citadel like you, but what's the saying? Good deeds like pissing yourself in dark pants? Warm feeling, but no one notices. The whole thing was hushed like they're good at doing. But I know what I did, and I'm proud of it.
Like pissing yourself in dark pants. That is a weird and kind of gross, but oddly accurate analogy.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
We'll talk later.
Alright, Jacob. Okie dokie. Oh, we can use the elevator.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the FTL communications room. In addition to interfacing with the FTL comm network, Normandy is fitted with a quantum entanglement communicator linked to the Elusive Man's office. This allows lag-free communication even when you operate off the comm grid.
Why aren't these used everywhere?
Each quantum pair costs nearly as much as a comm relay, and can pass only one quantum bit of data at a time. In addition to the cost and bandwidth issues, the system is strictly point-to-point. To contact 100 different worlds, we would need to manufacture and install 100 entangled pairs, one linked to each world.
I've never heard of a quantum entanglement communicator. How does it work?
Essentially, two subatomic particles are created in an entangled state. One is installed here, and the other in the Elusive Man's office. When one particle occupies a given quantum state, its entangled partner will always enter the opposite state, no matter the distance between them. If we alter the state of our particle, that alters the state of the Elusive Man's. This allows us to send data in the form of quantum bits.
Why aren't these used everywhere?
Each quantum pair,
Because
in addition
she already
to contact
told us.
100 different worlds, we would need to manufacture.
That's all for now.
Logging you out, Shepard.
Alright. Okay. This is where we go to have meetings. Alright, let's take the elevator down and see what's downstairs.
What's this area?
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
I've received a new message. I just got here. Okay. It says I don't have any messages. Kelly, you're a liar. Alright, so... Okay. Captain's cabin, crew's quarters, or engineering. Let's go down to engineering for a second and check out the crew there. Right.
What's this area of the ship?
Normandy's cargo deck. It includes facilities to rearm and repair Normandy's embarked ground vehicle and shuttle.
My last ship didn't need a shuttle. Why do we have one?
This ship is nearly twice the mass of the previous Normandy. It is more difficult to land the ship on high-gravity worlds.
Right. And these are areas where we're gonna have crew members in the future that we can chat with and talk to. But for right now, like, there's nothing down here. But we'll pick up a crew member who is down here. But for right now, let's check out our engineers.
What's this area of the ship?
This is main engineering, which contains the ship's main fusion plant and Mass Effect core.
Huh?
You came all the way down here to see us?
You're speaking to our commanding officer.
I'm touring the ship, getting to know my crew.
I'm Engineer Ken Donnelly, handling the power control systems. This is Gabby.
That's Engineer Gabriella Daniels, actually. I'm responsible for the propulsion systems.
What can we do for you, Commander?
You all have very interesting accents.
Are you set up okay down here?
We can't complain. I just wish it didn't take so long to calibrate the FBA arrays.
Kenneth, you're complaining.
What kind of problems are you having?
When they upgraded the Normandy design, they got a bit sloppy with the FBA couplings. I won't bore you with the tech, but there's an array of attenuators in the primary power transfer system that channels the field bleed.
Kenneth, you're boring the commander with tech. In short, if we had T6 FBA couplings installed, it'd save us a lot of maintenance time each day.
Why isn't something like that already installed?
It's probably just a design oversight. Efficiency isn't affected, it's a maintenance issue.
Also, the T6 model can be hard to find. Nash and Stellar Dynamics discontinued them.
We could probably find used ones in the Omega markets, but we have no time for shore leave.
Alright, I'll probably be doing that. See, a lot of these folks, they will give you little missions to find stuff to kind of do little upgrades on the ship. So, you have the option of doing that when you go somewhere where you can purchase upgrades and things.
Where'd you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel. We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Why did you leave the Perugia?
After you died, Anderson lost political clout. The Council backslid on the Reaper menace.
They discounted Sovereign as an isolated threat, as a single...
Which was bullshit. They said your warnings of a greater danger were mistaken or delusional.
We lost respect for Alliance leadership. We need to fight the real enemy, and only Cerberus seemed to be doing that.
And so you start to find out a little bit more about what went down after you died, that you kind of got discredited, which is kind of a bitch, right? Like, you saved the galaxy and, you know, give your life trying to continue to help, and all they can do is say that you were crazy. I can understand why people started leaving them and joining organizations like Cerberus, right?
How did you wind up with Cerberus, Ken?
Once you were gone, the Alliance brass descended like vultures, tearing apart everything you'd said. I was very public with my defense for you. I didn't hold back.
That's an understatement. If Kenneth wasn't such a talented engineer, they'd have court-martialed him for insubordination.
But it got me noticed by the elusive man. He made an offer, and here I am.
So why did you join, Gabby?
Kenneth and I have been partners in crime since we graduated from Tech Academy. When he got the Cerberus offer, I insisted that it include me. He'd fall apart without me.
Thanks, Mum.
Also, I love engines, and the Normandy is state-of-the-art. When I got the opportunity to work on her, I had to jump.
What do you think about Cerberus?
Actually, we don't know much about the organization other than the Normandy team. We know our mission and who's in charge.
We're off to kick the collectors right in their daddy bags. That's enough for me.
Right in the daddy bags, huh? That's an expression.
Where'd you receive your training?
Both Gabby and I started in the Alliance, serving on the SSV Perugia.
She flew in the first wave at the Battle of the Citadel.
Let me just hear this.
We saw Sovereign firsthand.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Alright.
I'm amazed Shepard came down to see it.
I told you she would.
I just went in a circle.
Access to this room is currently restricted.
Yeah, that's where somebody else will be. And
Access to
that
this
too.
room is currently restricted.
Okie dokie. Let's go to the crew quarters and have a chit chat with Miss Miranda. And I think this is where the chef is and where the doctor is.
Oh, she's a cutie. How old?
She'll be a year old next month.
Oh, you'll miss her first birthday.
Well, my family lives in New Canton.
Oh, that colony's on the edge of the frontier. Could be vulnerable to collector attack, couldn't it?
Exactly. It's most important that she have a first birthday. That's why I'm here.
Well, you didn't have to stop talking just because I'm here. So, another interesting thing that we found out from those two is that a lot of this crew was hired just to be part of this team, right? So again,
Forward observation deck is closed until needed.
it shows you that they were specifically picking out people
Access to life support is restricted.
in order to, I don't know, like, be...
Shepard, the women's restroom is on the starboard side of the ship.
Thank you, Edie. They were specifically picking out people for this, and likely people that are going to make you feel comfortable. It's a lot of ex-alliance people. Like, so much was poured into this project specifically to support Shepard, you know? So you can see how much they are relying on you. And look how much of their old team they got, you know? Even good old Dr. Chakwas is here.
Commander Shepard, I watched the Normandy crumble with you on board. It's good to see you alive.
Nice to see a familiar face, Doctor.
I feel the same. I wish more of the original crew could be here. The kind of trauma you endured would have changed most people. But not you, I see. Welcome back, Shepard.
It's good to see you, Doc.
Do you have everything you need?
I believe so. This medical bay seems very much like the sick bay on the original Normandy. Only thing missing are my private reserves. I even had a bottle of Ceres Ice brandy that I was saving for a special occasion.
I'll keep an eye out for a replacement bottle.
Oh, you needn't. It's expensive, and we have much larger concerns ahead.
Oh, don't you worry about it. I got money.
Doctor, you've been with the Alliance for years. Why leave now?
After the Normandy was lost, the surviving crew was reassigned. I was stationed at the Mars Naval Medical Center, a very respectable position, but it wasn't on a starship.
Colonial military life isn't for you?
I've spent most of my life on warships, never knowing what the next mission might bring. I'm used to the hum of engines, the creaking of bulkheads, that subtle vertigo when the momentum dampeners kick in. Life planetside is just too static, too boring.
You're not the Cerberus type, Doctor.
I don't work for Cerberus. I work for you. On a mission that may be crucial to the survival of the human race. I have faith that your dealings with Cerberus will be ethical. I trust you, Commander.
That's good to know.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
Ah, well, it's good to have you here, Doc.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
Find Brandy. Very important. We cannot go into the AI core, which is in Liara's old place. I miss you, Liara. Oh, she don't.
Chef surprise again? Come on, Rupert.
I'm sorry, Princess. Filet mignon and caviar coming right up. Let me just get out my doilies.
That'd be real nice, Mr. Gardner.
Commander Shepard, the hero of the Citadel. You did humanity proud that day. Master Sergeant Rupert Gardner here. How can I be of service?
What do you do here on the Normandy?
What don't I do? Most think of me as the ship's cook, but I'm also the facilities technician and custodian. HVAC, plumbing, non-mission critical electrical. I make sure they're all clean and running.
So the man cleaning the toilets is also preparing the meals?
I wash my hands. Most of the time. This ain't no luxury liner. You have to pull your own weight in a Cerberus vessel, and I catch what falls through the cracks. Through the cracks.
How do you feel about working for Cerberus?
Damn proud. Cerberus gets the job done. The Alliance and Council have got their heads buried so deep up their butt puckers they can't see squat. It'll take good old human ingenuity to crush these collector vermin. Only Cerberus knows that.
How did you find your way into Cerberus?
Can you believe I was once a family man, working the EZO rigs along the frontier? I was happy enough, but losing everything to Batarian raiders can change your outlook. I needed to make a difference. I'm no soldier, but I've got skills, and Cerberus keeps an eye out for talent. I'll do whatever it takes to help, be that plumbing a sewer, routing an air duct, or keeping everyone's bellies full.
Do you have everything you need?
I make do, but have you ever tried to prepare a decent meal with military provisions? I'm good, but I'm no miracle worker. Taking down the collectors is going to be rough business. The crew deserves a few fine meals before they throw themselves into the fire.
What do you need?
If I had some quality ingredients... Oh, shit. You've got more to worry about than grocery shopping on the Citadel. Forget I mentioned it.
If I head that way, I'll keep an eye out.
Much appreciated. Most of this list is probably standard fare for those namby-pambies on the Citadel. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
Back to work. Once again, can't go in there. Most of these spots that are closed off are either closed off for story purposes or you will have a crew member in there.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
It's good.
What exactly are your duties aside from keeping an eye on me?
I'm the Elusive Man's agent. You're his most important asset. My job is to make sure you succeed. Aside from that, I send regular reports to the Elusive Man, updating our status.
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
No doubt you've got a lot of questions. Cerberus isn't as evil as most people believe. If I can help allay any of your concerns, I'd be happy to do so. So, what would you like to know?
Are you military or political? Or both?
Cerberus has several divisions. Political, military, scientific, but we're all working towards the same goal. The teams you encountered before your accident were mostly part of our military division. But not all Cerberus operations use the same protocols. We try not to get bogged down in bureaucracy or formality.
I know what we're doing here, but what's Cerberus's long-term goal?
The advancement of the human race. Nothing more, nothing less. The Solarians have the Special Tasks Group. The Asari have their legendary commandos for stealth and recon operations. Cerberus is humanity's answer to those organizations.
But those organizations are regulated by governments. Who keeps Cerberus in check?
Nobody. We're privately funded and our backers trust the Elusive Man to make the right decisions. But he's very clear about our goals. Protect humanity and serve its advancement.
What kind of resources does Cerberus have?
We're very well funded, though I doubt anyone other than the Elusive Man knows exactly how well. But our resources aren't unlimited. Reviving you and rebuilding the Normandy was a significant investment, and a significant risk. We're all hoping you can do the impossible, Shepard. No pressure.
What can you tell me about the Elusive Man?
Not much that you don't already know. Even I don't have access to most of his background. And you've seen more of him than most ever do. It's rare for him to become directly involved in missions, but you're something special. Whatever else people might say about him, I can assure you he's got humanity's best interests at heart. That includes you and me.
How can you be sure of that if you know so little about him?
I didn't get to where I am without knowing how to gauge people's motives and ambitions, even from brief encounters. He's no saint, and he'd be the first to admit it. But he is committed. Humanity couldn't have a better advocate.
Tell me about yourself, Miranda.
Oh, I guess that's fair. I've spent the last 2 years learning everything there is to know about you. Well, you should probably know that I've had extensive genetic modification. Not my decision, but I make the most of it. It's one of the reasons the Elusive Man handpicked me. I'm very good at just about anything I choose to do.
What level of genetic modification are we talking about?
That's very thorough. Physically, I'm superior in many ways. I heal quickly, and I'll likely live half again as long as the average human. My biotic abilities are also very advanced. For a human. Add to that some of the best training and education money can buy, and, well, it's pretty impressive, really.
It sounds like you were designed to be perfect.
Maybe, but I'm not. I'm still human, Shepard. I make mistakes like everyone else. And when I do, the consequences are severe. Everyone expects a lot from someone with my abilities.
You certainly don't lack for confidence.
It's just a fact. My reflexes, my strength, even my looks, they're all designed to give me an edge. No point in hiding from it. It's the reason I'm trusted to oversee the most dangerous, risky, and technically demanding operations Cerberus undertakes. And it's why I was assigned to you. It's my job to make sure you succeed, Shepard.
Thanks for the information, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander. Whatever you need.
So Miranda told us a little bit more about herself, seeming a little less cold. That whole genetically engineered to be the perfect person. That's a lot of pressure. That's not where I wanted to go either. I wanted to go to the captain's quarters. Captain's cabin. And so we have a cabin sort of overlooking everybody else. We have a fish tank with no fish in it. Got a copy of our private terminal where we have no new messages. This is our achievements, and we can see how we're doing in terms of these things. Although some of these we have. So I've done Paramore and I've done Recruit. Already did that. So I don't know why exactly that's not counting. It looks like we've meleeed 19 people so far. And that's apparently just from this, because I know that I had a few from the previous game as well. So, anyway. You can see progress toward everything, which is neat. And then we have a picture of Liara, our baby girl. Can put some music on. Put that on. And then we can customize our gear if we want to. I'm not worried about doing that right now. So. Alright, so that's everything. Oh, Edie can tell us about this place.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the commanding officer's quarters.
It's larger than the quarters of other warships I've served on.
This is a Cerberus vessel, not an Alliance warship. Accommodations have been made for personal taste. That said, this space is directly under the exterior pressure hull. The fitting yard workers called it the loft.
So. Alright, so that's everything on the ship that we can kind of explore right now. Let's go check out our first planet, shall we? Alright, so we've got a bunch of different places that we can go to. So we've got the Normandy crash site, we've got Omega. Can't go to the Omega 4 relay yet.
We must purchase more fuel or use a mass relay, Shepard.
Okay, and so that's another sort of sector of space. So is that. So is that. There's an unexplored planet. And then there's some more systems. So. And now we can scan these planets.
Probe launched. In research projects, palladium is used to upgrade heavy pistols, armor, and cybernetics.
And so you try to...
Probe launched. In research projects, platinum is used to upgrade sniper rifles, shotguns, and medical equipment.
You try to find the spots on the planet that are rich in materials.
Probe launched. Probe launched.
And send out the probes to get them. And now I don't know. I don't mind these things. Like I don't know.
In research projects, iridium is used to upgrade heavy weapons, submachine guns, and assault rifles.
It's not the most engaging thing that ever existed, but
Launching probe.
honestly, I don't mind it. I know a lot of people hate it, which is fine.
Probe away.
I guess that's a moderate source of stuff. Oh, there we go.
Probe launched.
And depleted. So now there's no more stuff that we're really going to be able to get. So we exit. And we do this with all these things. I will probably do a lot of this off camera, similarly to some of the stuff I did back in one, you know, where I was exploring and getting all the minerals and stuff. Or I guess not necessarily off camera, but I'll cut some of the stuff out that's not super engaging, because this is not super engaging. But that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna do it. Oh, we gotta get more probes. Because we want to get all these resources, because again, like, you gotta do your upgrades.
Probe Probe away.
And getting all these resources is incredibly helpful. Well, I mean, it's necessary, really.
Probe launched.
Moderately good. Come on now. And if you get all these, you know, to depleted status, that means you've got pretty much everything you can get. So that's that one, and we got one more planet in this system, and then I promise we're gonna head somewhere fun. So yeah, it's interesting. This game has, I think, some of the best examples of everything you do coming together in a way that is very satisfying in terms of conclusion. Like, all of the things that you do, whether it's scanning these planets, getting to know your crew members, who you're recruiting, how you're recruiting them, how you treat them, are they loyal, what information did you find out, what upgrades did you get for your crew, what upgrades did you get for your ship, you know, how much time and effort did you put into stuff. Like, all of those things come into play for the end, and I think that it does a great job of having a final mission that feels like the culmination of everything that you've done, you know, where all the choices that you made along the way have some sort of impact. The end sequence to this game is my favorite end sequence out of the entire trilogy. And I would say is one of my favorite end sequences in any game ever.
Launching probe.
Come on now, there's gotta be some other deposits that are decently large. There we go.
Probe away.
So yeah, again, not the most riveting stuff, but it matters. Decently big. Gosh, the resources on this planet are all spread out. I can't find the big deposit. Like, there's gotta be one. But I cannot seem to locate where it is. That is frustrating. That's pretty decent.
Launching probe.
There we go. Freaking finally. Alright. So, we've got 3 people to recruit on Omega, so let's go check out Omega. Built in the mined-out husk of a metallic asteroid, Omega has been a haven for criminals, terrorists, and malcontents for thousands of years. At times, the station has lain idle and abandoned for centuries, only to be reactivated by a new group of outlaws seeking a fresh start. The space station's original, elegant design has given way to haphazard expansion by scrabbling factions of every species. There is no central government or unifying authority on Omega, and nobody can recall a time there ever was one. Population 7.8 million. So, remember when I said that we were going to a lot shadier places of the galaxy? This is a fantastic example of that. Let's head in. Oh man, who are we gonna select? Alright, I've got... Okay. Okie dokes. We're all good.
Welcome to Omega. You're new here, aren't you? I can always tell. Allow me to... Oh, hello, Mocklin. I was just...
Leave, Fargate. Now.
Of course, Mocklin. Whatever she wants.
Blasted scavengers. Welcome to Omega, Shepard.
You know who I am?
Of course. We had you tagged the moment you entered the Terminus systems. You're not as subtle as you think. Aria wants to know what brings a dead Spectre to Omega. I suggest you go to Afterlife now and present yourself.
Cut the attitude. I'm not here to cause problems for Omega.
Things explode around you, Shepard. You can't blame Aria for keeping an eye on you. Afterlife, now.
I'm receiving quarantine warnings about the slums where Dr. Mordin Solus runs the clinic. Anticipate resistance at the transport station. I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlife that may have information on him.
So here is Zaid.
Please. You have to help me.
No one said you could talk, jackass.
You Zaid Masani?
Yeah, that's me. You must be Commander Shepard. Hey, we have a galaxy to save.
I assume you've been briefed?
I've done my homework. Cerberus sent me everything I needed to know.
My contacts told me we're picking up one man, not two.
Batarian delinquent. Pissed off someone rich enough to hire me to go after him. And for my bring him in alive rates even.
Please. I didn't do it.
I said shut it. Tried to lead me on a chase all over the systems. He should have known better. These people always run to Omega.
What's your relationship with Cerberus?
Easy. Cerberus is paying me a lot of money to help you on your mission. That's the long and short.
Not many mercs would take a suicide mission for the pay.
Most mercs don't get an offer like the one Cerberus sent me. This mission doesn't sound like good business, but your elusive man can move a lot of credits.
Well, welcome aboard, Zaid.
Good to have you, Zaid. We have a lot to do.
That's what they tell me. I assume the elusive man told you about our arrangement.
No. I guess he decided to leave that information out of the dossier.
Good thing I asked. Picked up a mission a little while back, just before I signed on with Cerberus. Thought you might be interested. You heard the name Vito Santiago? He's the head of the Blue Suns. Runs the whole organization. Seems he recently captured an Eldfell Ashland refinery on Zoya and is using their workers for slave labor. The company wants it dealt with.
Take out a mercenary organization? We can do that.
I'll make sure we get that done.
Good. Get it out of the way so we can concentrate on being big goddamn heroes. I better turn this thing in before it starts to stink. I'll be locked and loaded next time you're ready to get some killing done.
Righty. So, let's check out our map and see where we are. Okay, transport depot. We've got some markets to the right. And Afterlife, the club. Oh, jeez. Got turned around there. Alright. So, seems we better go check out Afterlife, huh? This place looks cool, though, doesn't it? Like, it's made out of this sort of mined-out asteroid, and it's got all these different places, and, like, just the signs and everything. It looks like, I don't know, 1950s New York City or something.
Come on, let me in. Ari's expecting me. Ugh.
Go on,
We were expecting you. You the inside.
What are you looking at?
Don't you have something better to do than pick fights with people you don't know?
No, just the ones who get in my face.
You see my gun. Do you really want to do this?
Fine. You're off the hook. For now. See you around.
See ya. So there are all kinds of shady sorts. Lots of Batarians. You notice you see a lot more Batarians here than you did anywhere else. Well, because mostly, I guess, Batarians aren't really 100% welcome. Yeah, we're gonna get that ice brandy. Hello, bartender. I don't want anything right now. Got one of the things.
You want to talk to Aria.
Oh, there was a prompt, sorry. Alright. let's talk to Aria. See what's going on here. Down here. Hey, look, it's Helena Blake. Holy moly! So that's a person from the first game, and she was running. Well, she became in charge of a criminal organization, and we, at least we thought, we convinced her to quit. Here she is on Omega. Running with shady people again, Helena?
Commander Shepard? Is that you? I'd heard you were dead. I'm Helena Blake. We met a few years ago. I don't expect you'd remember. You removed 2 criminal warlords from power and persuaded me to retire. I'll never forget it.
What brings you to Omega?
What brings anyone to Omega? Opportunity, success, failure, all of the above? I find this place suits me. I can bring it a certain air of civility, I suppose.
And now you're on Omega. Once a criminal, always a criminal, eh?
Oh no, Commander. I retired. I know better than to go back on my word with you. You convinced me to turn my life around. I'm a social worker now, believe it or not.
That seems like a hopeless job in a place like this.
Quite the opposite, actually. This place needs it more than most. Doing the good work in a place like this requires that one understand how things truly work, which makes me uniquely qualified.
That's more noble than I expected.
Noble? No. It's just that someone came along a few years ago and made me see the error of my ways. You convinced me that I could use my contacts and skills for things other than smuggling and exploitation. I thank you for that.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're keeping out of trouble.
Thank you. This is all to your credit, Commander.
I have to go.
Of course. You must have more important things to do.
She actually straightened up, I think. That's kinda crazy. Alright, where the hell is Aria? I could have sworn she was like up here.
There's much better moves in the event.
Aria's so beautiful.
I never know which pair of eyes to look at.
Private room. Alright, map. Tell me where I'm going. It says she's right here. Oh, I'm stupid. She's up here.
That's close enough.
Stand still.
If you're looking for weapons, you're not doing a very good job. Can't be too careful with dead specters. That could be anyone wearing your face. I was told you're the person to talk to if I have questions.
They're clean.
Depends on the questions. You run Omega? I am Omega. But you need more. Everyone needs more something, and they all come to me. I'm the boss, CEO, queen, if you're feeling dramatic. It doesn't matter. Omega has no titled ruler and only one ruler. Don't fuck with Aria. I like it. Easy to remember. If you forget, someone will remind you.
And then I toss your sorry ass out the nearest airlock.
So, what can I do for you?
I'm looking for Mordin Solus. Do you know where I can find him?
The Solarian doctor? Last I heard, he was trying to help plague victims in the quarantine zone. I always liked Mordin. He's as likely to heal you as he is to shoot you.
What can you tell me about him?
Used to be part of the Solarian Special Tasks Group. He's brilliant and dangerous. Just don't get him talking. He never shuts up. If you really need to find him, take a shuttle to the quarantine zone. No guarantee they'll let you in, of course.
I'm trying to track down Archangel.
You and half of Omega. You want him dead too?
Why is everyone after him?
He thinks he's fighting on the side of good. There is no good side to Omega. Everything he does pisses someone off. It's catching up to him.
Just the kind of guy I'm looking for.
Really? Well, aren't you interesting? You're gonna make some enemies teaming up with Archangel. That's assuming you can get to him. He's in a bit of trouble right now.
What kind of trouble?
The local merc groups have joined forces to take him down. They've got him cornered, but it sounds like they're having trouble finishing him off. They've started hiring anybody with a gun to help them.
Sounds like that might be our ticket in.
They're using a private room for recruiting. Just over there. I'm sure they'll sign you up.
Which merc groups are after Archangel?
Blue Suns, Eclipse, Blood Pack. They're Omega's major players. Unless they're at war, you'll never see them together. But one thing they hate more than each other is Archangel.
Do you hate Archangel?
I don't have time for hate, but I distrust them all equally. For now, I'm happy just to let them kill each other.
What can you tell me about Archangel?
Not as much as I'd like. He showed up here several months ago and started causing all sorts of problems. If you make your own laws, which everyone here does, he makes life difficult. He's reckless and idealistic, but he seems to know enough to stay clear of me.
I appreciate the help.
See if you still feel that way when the mercs realize you're here to help him.
So you must know what's what on Omega.
Everything that's worth knowing. I don't usually give it out freely. Information is power. Mundane things you can find yourself. Take a walk in a back alley or buy one of the mercs a drink. Better yet, talk to the entertainers. They give great tours. Just don't waste my time.
Tell me how you got set up here.
That's as privileged as information gets. I have many friends and enemies I keep at varying distances. I don't count you among either. We'll see how useful you prove. Short answer, mind your own damn business.
One scan and we're straight to business. People are usually more concerned about who I am.
Your death was downplayed, but hardly what I call a secret. I had to make sure it was really you. You could have been anyone, anything. Whatever you need will come out on its own. I'm curious, but Omega doesn't really care about you.
Good to know.
Maybe I'll come back later.
Maybe I'll be here.
Aria is an interesting person. And funnily enough, theory has it that she was the Asari that Alina or Amira or something that Rex was talking about. The Asari that he went after and they fought each other and she hid and then the station exploded and he thought she died, but he got a message from her, you know, saying better luck next time. Rumor has it that she's that person, I do believe, which is interesting. I think. Alright, just a couple more things to check out here, and then we'll head over. I think I'll go for Mordin first. don't want a drink. Thank you. Well, we gotta do the Shepard dance. Okay. Moving on. Excuse me, Miranda. Get yourself out of my way. About that.
Either of you ever been to the Citadel?
Oh, look at this guy.
Shepard? I heard you were dead. I had a party and everything. No hard feelings, though, huh? No, really. Thanks for taking the time to chase a small-time crook off the Citadel so I could squat in the shithole for years.
You just better be glad I didn't take Rex on that mission.
And if you leave the straight and narrow, I'll be there to follow up.
Right, because you don't have planets to save and bigger shit like that. Nothing better to do than keep me down. Goddamn saviors of the galaxy, messing with a man's living.
No, you said he had close family. They'll just want revenge. Kill the family first, then he'll get angry and come at you stupid. And then you kill him. I don't think I know you, human. I'm the Patriarch. Aria's Patriarch. What do you want?
Why do they call you Patriarch?
It's like an Asari matriarch, only male. It was Aria's little joke. After she took me down, she let me live. Kept me around as an advisor and a trophy.
A Krogan as old as you must have some great stories.
I killed a lot of people, lived well, and was beaten by a small Asari who keeps me around as an example. My time is done. Anyone I killed is long forgotten. The stories are Aria's now.
What do you know about Aria?
A few centuries ago, Omega was my rock. When Aria arrived, she had nothing but the clothes on her back. I thought she was another dancer. She killed half my men and convinced the rest that she could run this place better than I did. She came for me here in this bar. We tore this place apart. She crushed one of my hearts, shattered half the bones of my body, and left me alive.
What made her decide to leave you alive?
No, she doesn't destroy what she can use. She said I could have all my old comforts if I served as her advisor. I knew how things worked. I knew who to lean on, who to smack down, who to smile at. And everyone who respected me saw me beaten, broken. They knew that as strong as I'd been, she was stronger.
I should be going.
Very smart and very ruthless. It's very drippy in here. It's the Vorcha!
Human, tell Captain Gavorn we not kill anyone today.
I don't know a Captain Gavorn. Why would I tell him anything?
Not trust you. Tell Gavorn we know his tricks. We not kill anyone today.
There seem to be a lot of Vorcha on Omega.
Go away. Talk too much. Gabon's thugs get no more. We leave.
Good talking to ya.
No more talk. We know Gabon's tricks. We leave.
Okay then. Yep, the Vorcha are one of the new alien species that we get to have the pleasure of meeting in this game.
This place. How can these people be left to rot like this?
You don't understand, or you don't want to?
Does it really matter?
No. Omega has worked this way for a very long time. No one's changing it now.
Alright.
Hello there. Might I interest you in some salvage tech? Every credit goes toward a ticket to get me off this forsaken rock.
I buy a lot of parts and equipment. Maybe we can make an arrangement.
Well, you seem like a decent person, but you can't breathe a word of it to Harry.
Of course.
Then we have a deal. Maybe I'll at least sell something to you.
What brought a nice kid like you to Omega?
My pilgrimage. What money I had got stolen within a few days, so I decided to sell salvaged parts. You can see how that turned out. Harrod's forcing me to sell high, and I can't even afford a ticket off this station.
Why does Harrod control your prices?
Harrod made me swear not to undercut it, no matter what. He was here first, so it's his right. But no one will buy from me when he's so much cheaper. I can't save enough money for a ticket off the station.
I could go talk to Harrod for you. Get him to ease up.
I won't stop you. If you can convince him to lay off, then maybe I'll get off this station after all. His shop's up the ramp, near where Marsh sells his goods. Anything you can do will be much appreciated.
I have to go.
Please check with my kiosk to see what I have for sale. And thank you.
So I could just pay for his ticket, but let's see if there's other stuff that we could do here. So heavy weapon ammo. Here's our T6 FBA couplings. Grab those. Let's... Oh boy, that is pricey. Definitely pricey. But let's buy this Matic because I love it. I'm also going to get this heavy skin weave.
I'll take it.
I'm gonna be probably choosy about some of that. This, I think, goes back out sort of the main area. Yep. Apartments.
To connect lonely clients with a lifelong commitment to their perfect mates. Choose from among hundreds of potential relationships ranging from the demure to the deranged. With Cantonos relationships, you never have to compromise your vision of what your love should be. Captain Hannah Shepard has apparently turned down an Admiral star and will remain in command of the Orders.
Check out some of these other shops.
I might have something here for humans. Not much.
I'm in the mood to spend some money, but I think I can find better stuff elsewhere.
You won't find a better selection anywhere. Unless you're willing to risk the black market.
I'd rather deal with you than give money to those thieves. You sure we can't make a deal?
Look, I can't compete with the black market. I have to make a profit. I'll do what I can. But don't tell anyone or I'll lose my shirt.
Alrighty, let's see what you've got, Marsh. Stimulator conduits. Increases storm speed by 10%. Aw. Yes, ship models. To decorate our ship. It's very important, okay? Oh, we definitely want that. Blood dragon armor. Huh? Okay, let's buy some of these just sort of collectible things. Ha! And that is 15 new codex entries. Very quick and easy on that one. I'll go ahead and purchase that too. It's pretty cheap. Aria T'loak, Omega's #1 citizen, huh? I don't know. I like getting all the like little ships and stuff, the decorations. I enjoy that. I don't think that it's strictly necessary, but it's fun.
Humans are a blight on galactic fury. You, sir, you are a blight.
You, sir, you are a blight. And you are a blight.
You can't keep me out. I live in there.
I'm doing you a favor, lady. If you go in, the guards...
We don't want to deal with that right this moment.
End is not.
Later today, we interview Counselor Anderson.
Alright, where's this headed to?
Former soldier has put down his guns to build bridges with numerous trading treaties.
Go there right now.
End is not.
Harriet's Emporium.
The Tyrian government is considering further
Let's talk to Harriet. Oh, he's an Elcor.
Tentatively excited. Welcome, human. What can I get for you?
What kinds of things do you sell here?
Friendly, salvaged parts. All kinds. Mostly legitimate. With pride, my prices are the lowest anywhere on the station. You won't find salvage cheaper than mine.
Tell me about your deal with the Quarian over there.
Suspicious. If I had made such a deal, I would certainly not be inclined to discuss it. Accusatory. I don't understand how it is any concern of yours.
What if you and I make a deal? You let him set his own prices, and I won't break your legs.
With barely contained terror, you drive a hard bargain, human.
I haven't even started.
Resignation. Very well. I will release the Quarian from his promise. Conciliatory. To show there is no ill will, I offer you a discount on my own wares.
What kinds of things do you sell here?
Friendly, salvaged parts. All kinds. Mostly legitimate. With pride, my prices are the lowest anywhere on the station. You won't find salvage cheaper than mine.
I have things to do.
Courteously, have a fine day. Take a look at my kiosk if you want to buy anything.
Oh my goodness gracious mercy me. And that was the Paragon action there. Threatening to break his legs. Increases headshot damage. Yeah, give me that Geth ship. I gotta have it. I believe this weapon is actually pretty decent, but I'm not going to worry about that right this moment. There's a bunch of upgrades, and I don't remember exactly which ones are ones that are pretty necessary and which ones are kind of optional.
What do you want?
What's behind this door?
VIP section of the club. For those with the right name.
Do you want something?
I'd like to join the party.
This really isn't your kind of place. Afterlife's main floor has lots of drinks and great music.
Alright.
Alliance members have maintained that the VI was for combat testing purposes only. Given these findings, it is unlikely any charges will be filed. Explorer ships have reported seeing vessels of an unknown make, but whose silhouette strongly resembles ancient Roman. The few ships sighted have been small scouting vessels that rapidly retreated. The Council has pledged a full investigation.
Alright. Oh, we gotta talk to him again. Jeez. Duh. Although, I don't know why I'm going in that way when he's right over here.
During a biotic attack on their research center 2 years ago. Fortunately, there were few casualties.
I heard you spoke to Harrod. Thank you so much. At this rate, I'll be off the station in no time.
Take care of yourself.
You too.
Alright. So we finished that up. So the special ingredients are at the Citadel, but we found the ice brandy and the FBA couplings. And so now we're looking for the Professor. So the quarantine zone is where we are going to search for Mr. Mordin Solus. I believe... yeah, I've checked out about pretty much everything in here for the moment. So, let's head up toward that quarantine zone, and I will chop this one here and catch you guys when we begin Mordin's recruitment. I think that seems fair. So,
Complaining is pointless, human.
all right. Well, welcome to Omega. This place is interesting. I like it. Again, like it just gives that sort of shady, seedy feel that you get throughout this game of like working with people whose morals are gray, and it almost like pushes you toward that sort of renegade option, right? Of do what needs to be done to save the galaxy kind of deal. Like, we're going to work with who we have to work with. We're going to do what we need to do. And so it is interesting playing Paragon through this one, but it is it's quite rewarding, I think. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed so far. I know it was a lot of conversation during this one, but we'll get into some action here in the next episode. So I will see you guys there.